What are credit inquiries and how do they affect your score? Glad you asked. What up? You got Mr. Smith, 0.5 of Mr. and Mrs. Smith. And in this brief video, I want to talk to you about inquiries. A lot of times people know what they are, but they don't quite know. They just kind of have an idea. But there are two different types of inquiries. You got your hard inquiries and you got your soft inquiries. One affects your score more than the other because of how they operate. So basically, a hard inquiry is you going to apply for something, and we'll get into that, and I'll give you something that can help you in the area of hard inquiries when it comes to credit cards. Then you got your soft inquiries. The soft inquiry is someone else is pulling it just to kind of see where you line up currently. So there may be a bank that you're currently associated with. They may do a soft pull to see what your standings are like, to see if they still want to honor you or honor certain things or certain agreements that you may currently have, or give you advances or increase credit limits. You know, they may do a soft pull just to kind of see where you are, or companies may do a soft pull to kind of see if you fit something that they're trying to market, whether it's a pre-approved credit card, whether that's some type of zero interest and zero annual free credit card. You'll see different things based on a soft pull, and it doesn't affect your score because you didn't have any involvement with it. It was just them trying to see where you were so they can either assist you or give you one of their products or market their products. They do it all the time because they're in the business of getting customers based on a certain credit profile. So I'll just say that hard inquiries are you applying for things directly. That's a credit card, that's loan, that's personal loan, that's, home, real estate, you name it. Anything you're applying for gives you a hard inquiry in many cases. So the hard inquiries actually affect your score. I've seen it affect the score anywhere from 10 points to 30. And, it just kind of varies in different cases. If that person gets approved for the loan, it also has an effect on the credit. In many cases, it can benefit the credit as well. So just understanding that the inquiries associated with the loan that you get can benefit you. But if it's just an inquiry and it didn't get approved and you just applied, then a lot of times it only is a detriment. Now, I will say this about auto loans because they're notorious for a person applying for a car and they excessively run that person's credit. I've seen a person's credit get run 20 times in one day just off of them applying for a car. And a lot of times they're trying to run it and shop it through different people and see what they can get, how much they can get, and sometimes probably seeing how they can get the most profit out of the deal by going through a particular lender. But that does a disservice to you because you're only going to get approved for one loan and you're only going to be paying one company in most cases. So if they ran your credit 20 times and you're only paying one company, then them other 19 got to go. So you got to understand that in many cases you can get those removed because the companies excessively ran your credit, and that's not a good thing. Now I'm gonna give you two tips that can save you inquiries and help you tremendously if you take full advantage of it. If you're applying for a car, instead of going directly to the dealership to apply and run a risk of them running your credit that many times, go directly to a bank that you have a good relationship with and get a loan through them, preferably like a credit union. So if you're saying you're trying to get a loan amount of $20,000, now you say, hey, I'm trying to apply for a car. Can I, go through you to get the loan? That's one inquiry versus 10, 15, 20 inquiries. And you did it with your bank. And depending on how the bank operates, because it varies. Sometimes they'll allow you to get a certain amount, and then, whenever you're buying a car, they deal directly with the bank. That's that. Other times you may be able to get like a check, and it's like you go in there and you got negotiating power. So even though you thought you needed $20,000, if you negotiate and say, I'm paying a day, I want to pay 15. Now you save $5,000 that can go back to the bank, and that's less of a loan that you have to pay. Or, you can do something else with it if you choose, but, just giving you those options. But that saves you on an inquiry and positions you empowered if it works out in your favor from you being able to negotiate the price as if you're paying for the car note that day. On the credit card tip, what saves you on inquiries is seeking pre-approval. So there's a way to apply with Capital One. We had a couple of clients that applied with the Capital One, got pre-approved for a certain amount, and their car was out in the mail, the following week or so. Now, what they did is save them on the inquiry because it was a pre-approval, not them actually applying. And you got to be careful and mindful of who you're going through. But if it's a pre-approval, in many cases, it protects you from an inquiry standpoint. Pedal pedalcard.com is another one that helps you on the inquiry level to see if you're pre-approved based on other things other than just your credit. So it saves you on the inquiries. So that being said, I hope you got some value out of this video. I hope you understand that inquiries, there are two different types. I hope you understand how to possibly save yourself some of the headaches or the inquiry point loss that can come from applying or doing hard inquiries. That being said, apply what you learn, grab a free credit class that's available below, and we'll see you on the next video. And if you need our assistance on helping you restore your credit, by all means, set up your free consultation and we'll get you squared away. Salute.